You think Garnacho on the way out? Are Manchester United going to get Carlos Baleba in?
I still think this is a very difficult deal for Manchester United to do for a number of reasons. They spent a huge amount of money replenishing their front line, but their next priority is signing a central midfielder if they can. The reason why this is difficult is because United do need to prioritise sales. So far, there's not been a huge amount brought in. Yes, there's been the sell-on clause of the likes of Anthony Elanga. They've probably made around £20 million in terms of things like that, but unless they can get £40 million for Rasmus Højlund, they can get a good deal for Anthony, they can get a good deal for Jadon Sancho, they're not really going to be in a situation where they can really attack this transfer and bring in Carlos Baleba. The other factor is Brighton, they're not going to sell him on the cheap. He's arguably as good as Moises Caicedo was at that stage when Chelsea spent £150 million on him. Maybe not quite as ready as Caicedo, but you can understand the sort of figures that Brighton will be looking at for Carlos Baleba to depart. You wouldn't expect it to be anywhere short of 70, 80 million pounds. So for United to go after that, they need to do a lot of work in terms of outgoings over the course of the next few weeks.
Manchester United, guys. Contacts continue for Carlos Baleba. Today, Man United spoke again to the agents of the player. They are prepared to try understand how much Brighton want. So this week, I expect Manchester United to try understand the situation directly with Brighton, and let's see what's going to happen there. But Baleba remains a topic at United. They are still not moving on another midfielder, and it means that Manchester United maintain the contacts active for Baleba and also try to understand if they can really make it happen or if it's going to be impossible because Brighton still have no intention to reduce their price tag.
From the Sun, let's go to Charlie's paper, but to Carl first on Benjamin Šeško, who we've heard from for the first time as a Manchester United player, and Ready Aim Fire is the headline. Šeško warns United will get back to the top. Plenty of confidence from a young man who says that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is his idol. So do you like that? You know, is it kind of genuine, sort of an indication of where United are going, or is his confidence at all misplaced, Carl?
I think every Manchester United player has to be confident. You have to believe that United are one day going to return to the Premier League summit. Otherwise, why would you be a Manchester United player in the first place? Šeško, he's big. He's 6'5". His straight line speed is phenomenal, and he's got a shot from his right foot that can dislodge a trapped basketball from a rim. He is going to be very, very fun to watch, particularly in this reworked front three on the Ruben Amorim with Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. His trajectory, his career trajectory, first playing the Austrian Bundesliga and the German Bundesliga, has earned him some comparisons to Erling Haaland. But I believe RB Leipzig, during some press conferences, politely asked journalists not to bring him up too much because Šeško preferred comparisons to Ibrahimovic. And also, I think if you watch him a little bit, he does remind me a little bit of Edin Dzeko as well. So, exciting player, sky-high potential, and I hope good things happen to him at Old Trafford, if only because I'm at Old Trafford on Sunday.
Yeah, well, you'll get to see him firsthand in that Super Sunday game against Arsenal. But you can change players. It takes a lot more to change a culture. Charlie, back page of the Mirror. Interesting comments here from Harry Maguire, who says that he believes that Manchester United have been too weak mentally to be successful. Can the summer signings change that? And what did you make of his comments overall?
Well, I mean, you know, for Harry Maguire to say that, hugely respected player in the game, and he's clearly been very frustrated with the mentality that some of the United players have been having. So, yeah, United will be hoping these players. I think they're having a really good summer in terms of recruitment, and I'm sure Amorim has also looked into the character profile of the players they've brought in, and Šeško, by all accounts, off the pitch as well, is a terrific professional. Though he's obviously very young, he's going to need time. I think we've got to remember that. He's 22, so it's taken some time to get used to the Premier League. But yeah, for Harry to say that, it's pretty damning, I think. Even though United fans probably have made up their minds, they know that already. And of course, United were incredibly disappointing in the Europa League final against Spurs, weren't they? Not that the Spurs were that much better, to be fair. But yes, Šeško, great signing, really exciting. Sunday's game, him against Viktor Gyökeres. What a fascinating battle. They're obviously not going to be playing against each other, but in terms of the same game, I think really adds extra spice to a huge game for both players. We'll really see what Šeško's made of and whether he's got the right mentality.
Fabrizio Romano insists Manchester United and Chelsea are edging ever closer to sealing a deal for Alejandro Garnacho. The Red Devils have been revamping their attacking department this summer and have already signed an exciting new trio in Mateus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. Nevertheless, offloading players is equally important for Ineos, who must keep their books balanced. 100% done. Fabrizio Romano reveals Man United are closer and closer to finalizing transfer with EPL club. Garnacho has been identified as one of 5 members of the so-called bomb squad. But thus far, Marcus Rashford is the only one who has found his way out of Carrington. But while the Argentinian is still lingering in Manchester, his next destination is becoming increasingly clear. Alejandro Garnacho has an agreement to join Chelsea. As reported in recent days, Garnacho has made it evidently clear he only wants Chelsea. The two parties have already reached an agreement on personal terms. In his latest update on his YouTube channel, Romano has confirmed that the accord between the 21-year-old and the Blues is 100% done. The Italian journalist thus insists that Garnacho is edging closer and closer to finalizing his transfer to Stamford Bridge, as the two clubs are currently engaged in direct talks. Man United and Chelsea working on Garnacho deal. With all parties keen to find a solution, the transfer market expert is positive that the deal will be concluded before the end of the summer transfer market. Romano also revealed that Garnacho had already turned down offers from Saudi Arabia, Italy and Germany, including a reunion with Erik ten Hag at Bayer Leverkusen, as he only has eyes for Chelsea. The winger had joined MUFC in the summer of 2020 after beginning his career in the academy of Atletico Madrid. In 2022, he became a key player in the senior squad under ten Hag's guidance, and he went on to make 93 Premier League appearances for the club, contributing with 16 goals and 10 assists. However, his relationship with Amorim has been frosty from the get-go, so the writing has been on the wall for quite some time. Manchester United reached draft agreement for exit. Meeting has been held today. Manchester United have reached a draft agreement with AC Milan for Rasmus Højlund, with a meeting held between the two clubs today. Calcio Mercato, who report that there's now a draft agreement in place for the Danish striker to head to Italy this summer. They explain that AC Milan are continuing to work on improving their attacking options and adding a striker to their squad before the end of the summer transfer window. Manchester United's Rasmus Højlund is currently the hottest prospect, given that he has a more affordable salary than the likes of Dusan Vlahovic. €4 million compared the Serbian's €12 million. The draft of a loan deal has now been made, with the Italian side set to pay €6 million with an option to buy set at around €40 to €45 million. The striker is yet to approve the move, though. A new meeting took place today to help solve that, with Højlund meeting with Manchester United officials today. They have reiterated to the striker that they want him to find a new destination.